Before we do the jail, David, could you hold, we got a short, a 5 to 7 minute presentation from Gulf Coast African American Chamber. We're gonna let them go because we think it's, the jail.
Thank you guys for your time. Pretty much want to just introduce myself. I'm Nicole Dixon. I'm the new executive director of the Gulf Coast African American Chamber of Commerce. I've been in this position for about 6 months, since March of this year. And today I just want to quickly talk to you guys about what we've done with the money, the $40,000 that you allowed for us in this previous fiscal year, and we're asking for you to consider giving us more than $40,000 this year. So first, I'm going to just talk about the rate on the return on these things that you have given us. Okay, so the first slide is going to be membership growth. In the last 6 months, we have grown the Gulf Coast African American Chamber of Commerce from 15 members to 77 members. So under new leadership, this organization has really blossomed and grown, showing that people believe in our organization and they want to see us thrive and grow. We've created 4 jobs: my position, an administrative assistant position, a membership director, and a community coordinator. We filled the social media communication gap, and basically right there what we're talking about is we've created a website, a general website, and then we've also created a membership portal, and then we've also been very heavy in social media: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Instagram. With that, we have publicized and encouraged other organizations such as the SBDC, all other chamber events, which I'll talk to you about our relationships with the other chambers. And we've also created the membership portal, where we really give valued content to our members via the portal. Now, we've been working very hard in developing relationships. So we've developed a very strong relationship with the Greater Pensacola Chamber, and we're actually in talks with them on forming a joint membership, and we don't know what that will look like in the upcoming months, but we definitely have a very encourage people to join their chamber and encourage our members, encourage our members to join their chamber and encourage their members to join ours. We've also have we have a membership with the Perdido Beach Chamber, the Pensacola Beach Chamber, the Gulf Breeze Chamber of Commerce, and we also put Visit Pensacola. But we are a member of their chamber and they are a member of ours. So we're really fostering and building those relationships so that we can change the look of diversity in Escambia County. We teamed up with Scenic Hills Country Club, Wells Fargo Bank, and SunTrust Bank for a free workshop on building personal credit, because we know that in business, a challenge for the minority community is credit. So we gave out information on how to build your credit so that you can have access to capital. And that was a free workshop, and we had over 20 attendees for that. We launched a monthly radio show on Choice 106.9, where we're communicating with the community. We're informing them of what's going on with the chamber. We're giving them business information, and we're also giving different businesses the opportunity to promote their business via the radio show. And the radio show is also converted into a podcast, so if you miss it, you can also go onto our website and you can listen to the radio show and get that information. And we do that monthly. We've connected members with city and county contracts. So what we do is we go onto the city and the county websites for their procurement, and we give our members, we talk to them. If we know someone who looks like they could fit that opportunity, we connect them with that opportunity. We've done a LinkedIn workshop, where LinkedIn is the #1 professional talent website in the United States, and basically we encourage people to get on LinkedIn so they can connect to people, and it's just another way of networking via the internet. We're also doing a Facebook for Business workshop, where a lot of people stay away from websites and things like that, so we encourage them to get on Facebook, put their business promoted, again, just driving economic development and awareness for those businesses. We met with the Florida Department Director of Economic Development Director, so we've been doing a lot of connecting. We're going to do the GCAACC Marketplace, where monthly we will have small businesses come in and display their products, something like similar to the flea market. But this we will do monthly, and then we'll also display those same products online so people can get an opportunity to view the products and get to know those businesses. We've been coordinating with Visit Pensacola. So they have some different opportunities again, where they're looking for minority photographers, videographers, and marketers, and we've been promoting that opportunity, and we think they had quite a bit of success via our marketing for access to that talent. We also promoting business. They're doing a minority culture guide, and one of the things that we've worked with them is we're going to do links to our businesses, different businesses, to the chamber, so that those small businesses can get that exposure. We've also published our 2014-2015 Visitors Guide to promote tourism in the area. You guys should be getting a copy, if not the end of this month, the beginning of October, definitely. We have the GCC Ambassadors Program, and basically we get individuals who want to give back to the community, and we do it via our Ambassadors Program, and we already have 4 individuals who have signed up and then are doing great things in the community through the chamber. We've raised $15,000 of our own money through our initiatives. That's through our workshops, that's through our Visitors Guide, that's through our membership fees in the past 6 months. So we really have been working hard with the dollars that you guys have given us. In conjunction with the release of our Visitors Guide, we're also going to do our 30-day $30 challenge. And basically what we're doing is we're challenging the community to spend $30 in our community in the next 30 days, and encouragement for the people who advertise in our Visitors Guide and for the businesses that's listed in our directory. And we're going to do it with a social media split, so you get to take a selfie and encourage others to connect with those businesses. So we've been doing a lot of encouraging the communities, such as to spend money. We also did a carnival, in March, where we invited the community out. It was free. Kids played, and then also parents got a chance to look at and discover different businesses, and then the Minority Business Bazaar, which is now the GCAACC Community Marketplace. So we've also coordinated with some media outlets, the Pensacola Voice. We coordinated with Progress and Promise, In Weekly, Out Front Magazine, the African American Heritage Society. We use those as media outlets for the chamber with different things that are going on in the chamber. I didn't put up here, but I want to tell you guys we also have a monthly meeting every 3rd Tuesday of the month, the Pensacola Improv. And there's 3 components to that general body meeting. And basically it's a networking opportunity. It's also a learning, so we have someone come out and tell us about their organization or different opportunities for the community. And then we also have what's going on in the community, where we talk about what's the different things that's going on in the chamber and things like that. So we've had Stan Conley with Gulf Power. We had FEMA SBA come out, talk about disaster for business. We've also, for this Tuesday, we're partnering up with Big Brothers and Big Sisters to encourage our business owners and their employees to become mentors and support that organization. So we've also obtained some corporate partners. So we know that people in our community believes in the chamber and wants it to survive. So we have the Gulf Power as a partner, Cox Communications, and Baptist Hospital. And we just got confirmation that UWF is also going to be joining as partners. And our corporate partners also have positions on our board. So we already have our Gulf Power partner, our Baptist Hospital, and our Cox Communications board positions are currently being filled also. So we've also partnered with Cox Communication for the Connect to Compete. And what we're doing with a lot of our stuff is we're tackling the digital divide in Escambia County. UWF and the Haas Center did a study back in sometime in 2000, where in our communities we're finding that people don't have access to computers, people don't have access to the internet, technology, and our belief is that if you don't have access, then you will be left behind. So Cox Communication has a program that's called Connect to Compete, where if you have a child with free lunch in your home, you can get Cox Communication for $9.95 for the next 2 to 5 years. So we're really pushing that program and encouraging people to get internet and things like that in their home. We've also linked with Hispanic and Friends organization, and we're in the beginning phases of forming a diversity council, where basically we're making sure that we include all minorities and we get a good representation so that they can be that so we can all be one voice. We're also in the process of launching a Coding Little League. So what we're going to do with the Coding Little League is the same emphasis is placed on baseball, football, things like that. This Little League will be on technology and coding. And what we'll do is we'll focus on middle school children and we'll give them 2 to 3 days a week, and they'll come in and they'll learn coding. And some of the ideas is that we will have teams and they can have championships and they can do those things. But these will create, in the next 4 to 5 years, high-paying jobs where people will come out of high school and be able to make $20, $40, and it's not necessarily all dependent on Pensacola's economy. They can work anywhere in the world. And so we really feel like this would be a strong initiative, again, for mentoring kids and things like that. We've teamed up with S.L. Jones or some other organizations and doing this Little League coding, but we're in the beginning phases, but this is another one of our projects. So we have upcoming October 25th, the first annual GCAACC Community Awards, and we're going to honor 5 outstanding minorities in the community, and we're also honoring our corporate partner of the year, which is Gulf Power. But the Community Awards is an excellent opportunity as we're bringing in the new, fresh faces, and we're also honoring people who have committed a lot of years to this community. But there are a lot of people out there who are not getting recognition, and we're going to do that on October 25th. March of 2015, we're also doing a women's business luncheon, and we're in the process of locking in a very powerful woman speaker in celebration of Women's Month that month. And it'll just be a luncheon where we'll get together and we'll fellowship with other women. We're also doing our 2015 Business Economic Development Symposium. And then in 2016, we're doing our family reunion and picnic as far as tourism is concerned. So another initiative, a really big initiative we have on our plate, is the GCAACC Small Business Incubator. Again, this is in the beginning phases, but it's to foster an environment that offers assistance for non-technology, minority-owned, early-stage firms. So a couple questions that have been asked, and I'm going to make clear. Minority is, our definition of a minority is the same definition that the federal government defines a minority. So it's women, African Americans, Asian, all of those under that category. We're also, we're here to help nurture entrepreneurial and economic development in the Escambia County community by providing office space, receptionist, internet, telephone training, mentoring, and network of professional advisor. Now, we did make it a non-tech incubator because we know we have the CEII and they're 75% technology. So we're really going after that those business owners, sorry. So we'll provide one-on-one counseling, information to access to capital, networking opportunities, access to the conference room and training, invitations to incubator events, the workshops, the seminars, and guest speakers, and the opportunity to enhance your current business plan. We also have an online portal for MBEs to find procurement, matchmaking with larger corporations for minority vendor opportunities, database registration for government and large corporations, proposal and project management. So as a small business owner myself, these are all things that I thought that I needed, and I would need it, and it really would have helped my business to grow. And it's that hands-on experience. And we do have some great opportunities such as the SBDC, which we do encourage our members and the community to go to. But this would be something where you would have access to someone day to day and really have access and can really have that coaching and that one-on-one time that as a small business owner, we sometimes need. And so, in conclusion, last year we gave you guys a program of works, and our 4 goals was transparency, increase membership, promote private and public diversity, do business and strategic development, promote tourism, and mentoring youth. Those were on our 3rd page of our program of works. And as you can see from our presentation, in the last 6 months, with the money that you have provided, we have done all those things. We have transparency, we've increased the membership from 15 to 77, and we're looking at projecting of 100 members by the end of this year and 200 by the end of next year. We also promote private and public diversity by all of the relationships that we've formed with the chambers and Visit Pensacola. We've also done business and strategic development with all of our workshops. We've promoted tourism with our visitors guide, and we've also mentored the youth with our Coding Little League. So we have been hard at work with your money. We have returned on the investment, and we're asking that you invest some more this year because we've done quite a bit with $40,000.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
quick question, just as we consider this in the future or whatever date. You've grown from 15 to 77 members.
Yes, sir.
You hope to get to 100. What's your membership dues?
Our membership dues is $75 for a business professional, $125 for a business if you're a business owner and you have less than 5 employees. 6 to 25 is $150, and if you're corporate partner is $500.
And one last question. Have you, your chamber done a survey to see how many minority businesses exist in Escambia County?
We have not, but we do have one formed, and we're getting ready to release one, and we're also getting ready to release a survey in conjunction to the members and what value have they perceived and how can we give them more value.
I'd just be curious to know if you could find out how many minority businesses that are in, and I suspect the licenses or some, just to get an idea of how many minority businesses, you know, Asian, you name it, African American, women. I'd like to compare the number of businesses that are owned by minorities and how many, what the membership is.
Yes, sir, and we have been talking about that, but the challenge is the county and the city license doesn't ask if you are a minority. So when we put, like on social media, when we put the question out there, are you a business owner? We had over 90 people respond. But the challenge is, are they licensed, and how have they identified themselves as a business owner? Are they sole proprietorships without license? So that's where we have been slow in figuring out that process, and where do we want to put that benchmark.
And the reason I ask that, I know a lot of Filipino Americans, I know a lot of Asians, not personally, but I know of them, and of course they run anything from nail, and some of them very successful. And I just wondered if there's a way to reach out, and I may be wrong.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay.
most of the time the perception when it's spoken of about the Greater Gulf Coast, you know, African American Chamber, it just seems like all those folks I know don't even think about because of the name African American Chamber. And I just wondered if you'd reached out to all those other minorities that you just named a while ago.
Yes, sir. We have reached out, and we do understand that that perception is there. That's why we have been diligently building these relationships, and we have reached out to the Vietnamese community the best way that I can. There is no entity that we can approach as far as those individuals are concerned. So what I've personally done is I go to the businesses, and then we talk to, for example, the Vietnamese young lady that I spoke with. And we're actually going to connect and figure out how she can connect me with some other Vietnamese. So being that there is no particular entity where we can approach those minorities, we're just doing it via business.
The only thing I'd say, and being 50-something years as a salesperson, and that's been my calling, I think, if I were in charge of recruiting for your chamber, I would send somebody out there to go to, and I mean the woods are full of them.
Okay.
All kinds of them. They got grocery stores, they've got diners, they've got nail shops. I just go leave a brochure and say, we would love to have you in our minority chamber of commerce because we can offer you so many things that the main chamber can. And I would recruit me hundreds of members, and I would have, and I would just get somebody out there going to all these other minority businesses and seeing if I couldn't recruit a lot more. Larger membership would mean so much more because you've got, when you go somewhere lobbying, if you go to the state legislature, if you go anywhere, if you say I'm representing 500 members of the Minority Chamber of Commerce, and maybe at some point you need to drop the name African American, you would have so much more clout than just to have 77 members. I don't have to tell you that, you know that. And I think a good, serious, strong recruiting to all minorities would be a big asset to your chamber.
So, and that's what I was leading to in the slide where we talked about meeting with the Hispanic and Friends. It's the beginning phases of a diversity council. So we've grown from 15 to 77 in 6 months. So we have high growth, and that is where we're leading to as far as that diversity council is concerned, and that's where we're leading to with Hispanic Friends in an organization. So as you know, the Gulf Coast African American Chamber of Commerce, it was pretty much a new baby for me to come and have this high success rate and growth.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Thanks. Administrator Brown.
First off, I'd like to say very good presentation.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And it looks like you guys are very well organized and you got a lot of exciting things going on. One of the things I'd like to do is set up a meeting with you and work with you more on getting the word out on the minority business program, MBE, as far as contracting, and you can help me do a better job in that area.
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
Nicole, thank you for the presentation, and thank you for your leadership. To come with real factual numbers, it says a lot about your credibility, and I'll certainly am going to support and get with Jack to see what we can do. I don't think we're going to change it all overnight, but I think that you're making some baby steps, and I'm certainly going to support them, and thank you for your professionalism.
Thank you, Commissioner May.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great day.
Jack, while she's going, I do think that, frankly, we've not done a great job in terms of procurement and contracting for minorities. And certainly, Nicole had a good point that it's hard to identify who are minorities. I've actually gone through the vendor list just because I've been a business person here all of my life for 40 years. And just looking at those names of the contracts and the dollar amounts that we've gotten out, and I'm certainly going to be working with Amy a little closer to look at the percentage-wise, and we know for small and minority businesses, I mean, there are MBE program and SBE programs all across the state that have grown to be effective, and it's not particularly singling out or identifying or giving preferential treatment. But when you have an economy that's faltering because of high unemployment, you have to put measures in that's going to help those who have been displaced in the past. So I hope that we're working on that.
Yes, sir. One of the things that Nicole was talking about was the identification, and I know that you would have to have a statement added to it that says that you know, this is purely voluntarily if you want to add in that information.
Well, and I've had talk with Allison. I think Commissioner Berry brought forth a local preference about a year ago, and I'm awaiting the results and see how effective that was. But I think we got to continue to have the dialogue of how we a rising tide lifts all boats.
Correct.